Hey. George W.
George W.
George W.
It's probably so out of sync when we're doing it.
I know.
Yeah, but it fits our vibe perfectly.
Back-to-back weeks, I'm out of office. I don't think anyone's been back to week out of office since Adam was in Los Angeles.
No, you're absolutely right.
I feel a little dirty, but we were a little rushed today. I basically just got home from work. We had to roll at 6:15 instead of 6 o'clock. Alex had a whole bunch of shit written down that we were going to go over pregame. I haven't looked at any of it, so I might just be kind of on your guys. I might be your guys' co-pilot for this ride tonight.
That's fine. Sometimes you're going to be Jean-Claude Van Damme, but when he gets blinded.
Oh yeah,
but you still
in Bloodsport.
In Bloodsport, yeah.
Or
he's still looking.
Yeah. Or do you want to be Jean-Claude Van Damme, or do you want to be Kevin Costner in Bodyguard, where you close your eyes in the woods and then you have to hear where the footsteps are, and then you just aim and shoot.
Ooh, I think I'd rather be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay.
Yeah. He's super sexy.
$10,000 cocaine. $10,000 a day cocaine addiction in those days. I'm gonna roll with that.
Chat's popping off. They're already calling you burnt out there, Anth.
I'm not burnt, so I didn't get burnt. I've been working outside here, and it's windy, and pretty much I got home, took a hot shower, started drinking. It looks like I have like niacin rush or something, but hey. I'm the king of the world! So how's it going? What do we got going? Coming off a big win, boys.
Coming off a big win. Well, the first thing I want to just kind of say, and Anth, I know you're OOO, so anyone who's just listening, make sure you come and hang out here at the YouTube for the live stream, and every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Got rolling a little later today, but Anth, can you see my screen? Can you see?
No, I haven't put it up here yet. Here we go.
Okay.
There you go. He also looks like he's crying after you played the King of the World one.
And we are dealing with that that high class hotel internet, so Anth's going to be popping in and out here, but that's all right. We're going to make it work here. You should be able to see the screen here, Anth, now. And what we're looking at is defensive end Sam Williams, our Crackem player of the game. He ended up getting how many sacks? Now,
Sam Williams,
yeah,
2 sacks.
2 sacks. Anyways, here's his breakdown. Let's just have a little look-ski. Not getting any sound. That's okay. Basically just him destroying, and here's that body slam that he performed. Boom! Love to see it.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, a lot of people were saying that was uncalled for the body slam.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, hang on.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not getting sound. But anyways, great game. Love to see it. And just big shout out to that Crackem player of the game, Sam Williams.
Oh, this one goes to Nate.
Hey, yo.
Nate Dodson House. So you were bringing that up. I think Anth's either there or he's frozen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with him.
That's okay. We'll just keep.
So this is a bandwagon app. Is that what this is?
It could be. We'll just keep moving on. The other big kind of, I would say, play of the game here. Actually, before we get into it.
Oh, there's a sound.
There's a sound. It must have been cut on the other clip. So Micah Parsons actually ended up getting an additional sack given to him. So he now
That's
has
from the foot grab, right? Is that
yeah. And so that's this clip right here. For anyone who's just listening, we're just watching a clip of Micah Parsons here running in on Goff from behind. And they slow it down just enough so you could see his hand clip Goff's foot. Now, they missed it during the game, obviously.
Yep.
But that was his 8th sack of the year.
Now, are you?
I'm just going to have to go on the phone, boys.
Do it. Hey, free ball it. This is what we do. This is how we.
No problem, dude.
This is how we. This is how we get turned up. You know.
We're just talking.
You're gonna have to change my camera here.
Okay.
And while you're getting that set up, you can hear me, eh?
Yep.
Okay, we're just watching Micah Parsons' 8th sack of the year. That one that was credited to him.
7th, I believe.
His 8th. He got 8. He got another one.
Oh, they ended up giving him the second one.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was credited with that. So he's half a sack behind the sack leader now.
And it's Judon's the sack leader, right? The guy from the New England Patriots?
Yes. Yeah. 8.5 sacks, I believe.
That guy, I know this is a Cowboys podcast, but that guy played unreal on Monday night against the Bears. That Judon dude, he is an absolute beast.
Well, hang on. Maybe they haven't officially gave it to him
They
yet.
only gave Micah 1 sack.
Let me just double check this here.
Survey says is Anthony in Thailand. So while Alex is checking that out, I wanted to say I was trying to make a joke earlier on, but I was waiting for the talk to subside. And as we kind of get started, obviously tech stuff happens. EJ says, I'll give y'all one guess where I'm watching from, and then he shows a toilet. And I was going to say, well, so is Anth, because the last shot that he had, it looked like he was on the toilet. But, you know,
Hey,
it is what it is.
How about this? At least we're a mobile camera, though.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Crack them.
Crack 'em, you got 'em.
Boots on the ground, Anth?
Yeah, boots on the ground in the hotel here. So I'm pretty sure Micah had 7. I don't think they gave him that 8th sack.
I read it wrong, but
the craziest thing about Micah was that play where he chased down the tight end and tackled him on the 1 yard line.
And that's where we're just bringing it up now while you're talking.
That was honestly probably one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen. And then it got followed up by DeMarcus Lawrence basically shedding 2 or 3 blocks to get in there and cause a fumble.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy to see back-to-back defensive plays like that. It was awesome. Because when we were watching live, I 100% thought they had scored.
Yeah, and it certainly looked like it, I think. But he reached 20.4 miles per hour on that chase down.
Wheeling and dealing.
And now
So
it
Steve,
wasn't sorry, but it wasn't.
Well, Steve's saying that they gave him the sack, though.
I know. Well, I don't see it written anywhere. I read that too, so
Okay.
we'll see if that gets updated. But I don't know how, like in the scheme of things, I don't know how important this play combination actually turned out. But anytime you can stop someone from getting a touchdown and instead have to kick a field goal, and in this case they didn't even get that. I mean, it was just such a huge play for the for the play that followed up here. And
you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, the person to watch on this actually is Dlaw. Dlaw does quite a few things here. He splits the tackle and the guard. I'm going to try to remember everything that someone else wrote, okay? He splits the tackle and the guard, stuns the
Stuns him?
He stuns a guy with a straight arm, either the fullback or the tight end here, and then makes the fucking strip sack.
I thought you meant he stone cold stunned someone, just fucking full on stone cold stunned him, then rock bottom the running back.
Well, it looks like he stuns him with like an arm to the chest, a punch of death. Let's see. So, and then of course, just watch our boy LVE get in on the tackle after it's happened.
Jesus, yes.
Jesus.
So it moves really quickly, but watching Dlaw here just move and get in and I mean he's bouncing around like a freaking pinball, but all of that.
So anyone listening on Spotify, we're looking at the play where they caused the fumble after the Micah Parsons chase down. Beautiful defensive plays. That was one of our 5 turnovers. We feasted. We were like a sleeping giant. We were quiet on the defense. Not really even quiet in the first half, but turnover wise, we were quiet. And then we just pulsed everywhere with turnover after turnover after turnover in the second half.
I mean, as we should have, you know. Oh, geez, is that your screen there? What's going on? Oh, there we go.
Should bounce back. Now I got a question for you guys. Do you want to watch a minute 49 video of Baldy on the Cowboys defense, or just look at the 6 takeaways by thelandryhat.com from
let's watch the Baldy video, but let's get it with some sound.
Yep. I'm so glad you said that because it's a good one.
Let's see it. I'm a visual learner.
And over here,
Gonna have sound.
Fourth quarter, 10-6 game. All right, he swims the tackle. He beats the tight end's block. Now he's got to deal with the fullback, and somehow he gets to the back and gets the ball out, and there's Anthony Barr. It was just one
AJ's
play after another. How about
better.
Sam Williams? Turn the corner on Penny Sewell. I'm one of the elite tackles in the league. Right there. Turns those hips, flattens, gets to Jared Goff and gets the ball out to close the game out.
And recovers it
Now,
himself.
To officially close the game out, you
Yep.
just bring up the MPP, the Micah Parsons problem. The FPP right here against the other tackle, it's the same thing. All right, just to close it out, power and then the dip. Power. Now,
I love how it looks like he's filming from like a 1990s
I know. No, he's filming
like
his
indie film or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the start of the
Don't-
start of the movie called The Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Don't play it yet, but it said he was breaking it down. It's more so, I mean, it was kind of like what AJ was doing, just explaining what a player was doing.
It's color commentary.
like a just pure silk.
Oh, pure silk.
Getting the ball out. Armstrong picks it up right there. But they also did it right here. Here's Trayvon Diggs up at the top.
Oh, look
They're
at it.
taking a shot to Josh Reynolds right here. But the one thing about Diggs, as we know, he's going to play the ball in the air. Forget about he knows the man is behind him, but just play the ball.
Oh,
Who
what
cares
a
about the man?
You know
Coco did it
what I like
right
about
here.
this angle
Right
is
here.
you see Diggs's hips just like switching from left to right on this whole run down the
Here's
field here.
Trayvon Diggs up at the top.
And
they're
I
taking
love
a shot
watching his
to
hips.
Josh Reynolds right here. But the one thing about Diggs, as we know, he's going to play the ball in the air.
He's
Forget
gonna
about-
play the ball in
He
the
knows the
air.
man is behind him, but just play the ball. Who cares
Wow.
about the man? Comes up with that pick right there.
Thanks,
All right?
thanks, Bill
Then you get
Goldberg, for
this
the
right here.
commentating.
Jordan Lewis. All right. 10-6 still. Third.
No, Jordan Lewis is going to be out for the rest of the season, I believe.
Yeah, so let's talk before we go any further with this. Let's talk about a few roster things. Like you said, Jordan Lewis going to be out for the remainder of the season. That's terrible. He had a List Frank injury, so he's gone. We also had a couple additions. I saw in chat they were talking about we brought on Jonathan Hankins from the Raiders. We got him for so cheap, right? He was a second round pick by the Giants in I believe 2013. And he's going to help shore up our line big time. He's a big body. Let's get here. A former second-round pick by the Giants in 2013, Hankins has been a solid interior defender, particularly against the runs where we have been a little bit soft. Up the middle, we've been giving up a lot of yards up the middle. Hankins netted 366 tackles, 36 tackles for loss. We're huge TFL guys. We love the TFLs. 47 QB hits and 14 and a half sacks. He is 30 years old, and this season he has 10 tackles, 1 QB hit in 5 games with the Raiders. Don't hate it. It's obviously not that splash play that Cowboys fans were kind of hoping for. We were all kind of hoping we were going to trade for a wide receiver, or maybe now with the Jordan Lewis injury, possibly a cornerback. But he should be a nice veteran that we can add into the rotation and help shore up the defensive line. A lot of people are super, super high on this guy, like as a very good role player into a decent lineup. So he ain't gonna hurt the defense, that's for sure.
No, and I know things move quickly when scenarios happen when a player gets injured. I have a hankering that this was in talks or perhaps process for longer than just a few days. But because now it does switch to CB. Who do you see filling in? Who's going to be our starting cornerbacks on Sunday?
I'm pretty sure they said Deron Bland, not so Bland, was going to be filling in at the slot receiver. You also have Boss Man Fat, who didn't really shine that much in preseason, but it's going to be a battle with those guys. We were high on Bland coming into the season, so it'd be nice to see him get some reps. Maybe the guy has a nose for football and doesn't drop off as much as we expect with losing our third cornerback.
Right.
Yeah, it's those scenarios where someone can step up and actually win more playing time.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Speaking
about more roster spots, we got Zero Cool Electro Rock on TikTok saying Zeke's out for Sunday.
Out.
So I asked him if that was a question or a statement.
No, so right now they're saying running back Ezekiel, like, oh shit.
Boom, Zega might be out.
That just came out.
That's why we go to our chats for the late breaking news.
Well, I read about it. I read about him sitting out of practice today on my lunch break. And yeah, he's now saying 2 hours ago, not expected to play week 8 versus the Bears. If you have Tony Pollard in fantasy, you're chewing, but that sucks.
Especially after coming off of 2 pretty, obviously not Zeke's greatest.
He had 2 touchdowns last week.
Well, great 2 touchdowns, touchdown the week before, but I'm just saying his running his running has looked a lot better the last 3-4 games than it has been before. Minus the fact that he hasn't been getting as much snaps as before. You want to bring something up?
Hey, but let's say I would rather the team do this than what they did last year.
Yes.
And
yes.
honestly,
Yes.
What Zeke was saying today, which is why you immediately went to no, he sat out of practice on Monday, and he sat out of the Monday's practice, I believe it was, and he said his leg's stiff. He's going to see how it is, and I think what they are doing is we want you for the long run. You're not playing through it like you did last year.
It sucks because in one of my very competitive fantasy football leagues, I have Zeke, and he finally had a multi-touchdown game. I was pretty jacked up about it, but I would rather him heal up and be back after the bye week than what they did last year and just let him play every fucking week when he was injured.
No, you know what? I like this decision now. Don't make him practice at all this week, just to if there's an argument that obviously when you get an injury, keeping it moving as much as you can without creating any more damage is a good thing, but he'll probably still be out there. Here's that knee hit if you guys want to have a look ski.
Yeah, bring it up.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
So,
we all grimaced when we were doing our watch party. Speaking of which, we always do a live stream watch party every Sunday, every Cowboys game. For anyone on TikTok, we will be doing it there. Anyone on YouTube, most of the guys in here are usually at it. But for anyone new to this, hit that like, hit that follow, come with us and watch the Cowboys kick the shit out of the Bears with or without Ezekiel Elliott. Son!
And what we do want to, what you can be thankful about this hit is that his fucking foot didn't get placed down.
If it's on the ground and planted, if it's on the ground and planted,
possibly season ending.
Let's talk about this. The Lions were going for the fucking legs. They flipped Noah Brown. They took out Zeke's legs here. I don't think it's dirty. I mean, I'd be going, if Zeke was running at me too, I'd dive at his knee also.
That's part of football, right? That's the only way that, say, the smaller guys can really deal with the bigger guys, unfortunately. Here's that flip, courtesy of Cowboys Can Fan Instagram.
There's the flip.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh, that was heartbreaking though.
Oh man. I mean, if we had it was a clean so Clutch Sports Talk, he's showing up in the TikTok live stream right now.
What's up, Ryan?
He's saying it was a clean hit on Zeke. Totally clean hit. We're just saying that they were going low. Case in point,
I would too.
The Noah Brown. Boots is saying we finally put that BSQB controversy to rest. Now the RB controversy will start. So Tony Pollard's going to get 300 yards.
The only time Tony Pollard's actually stepped in and had a really good game when Zeke was gone was against San Fran in 2020. But every time they expect Tony Pollard to come in and have that crazy game, he hasn't really. Like San Fran wasn't very good that year. They didn't have a great defense. And who cares? Even if Tony Pollard comes in and does have 200 yards, I still think when Zeke's healthy, you still do what we've been doing.
Yeah, totally.
I do get what he's saying, though. I get that we're just getting over the hump of this stupid fucking quarterback controversy talk. And now if Pollard goes off, it's like you're going to have the exact same argument with every Chud Cowboys fan in the universe.
You know what? It's better that we're having the argument on a positive than on a negative.
Yeah.
Like, it's better that we're like, oh, who should our starter be? They're both starters rather than being who should our starter be? They both fucking suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's our backup?
Malik Davis.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see him come in and he was fourth, right? On the depth.
No, third. Or so yeah, you're right.
He was fourth,
and then Dlaw got hurt.
And we liked him in preseason. He had a couple. Him and Dwaddle had a couple nice games. Seeing as the Cowboys didn't play any starters in the preseason, decided to.
We like Davis.
We like him.
We like him a lot.
Yeah.
Should we finish this, Brian Baldwin, or just move on?
I thought you were about to go. Are we going to finish this podcast?
Listening to him wants me to punch myself in the balls.
Yeah.
AJ, I'd rather you put him on mute and you describe what was happening.
Next time we'll do bandwagon boys.
Like you should
Baldies.
instead
Yeah.
Instead, you just finish what's on the screen and talk us through it.
Talk us through it.
Fuck Baldinger.
Well, we do have this 6 major takeaways from the Cowboys bounce back win, and then we're going to get into some
tasty treats
some
or
tasty
what?
treats. This is from thelandryhat.com, the home of the Cowboys Can Fan podcast. You know how we do. We're just going to go through these. We don't read them before we go, so we might get bored halfway through and fucking cut it, or we might get real excited and fucking talk the rest of the cast about it. Here we go.
We just don't know.
Penalties.
Where
Penalties.
is the penalties?
Penalties are the team's Achilles heel once again. Do you remember
Yeah,
how many we got? 10, I think.
Yeah, we're averaging, I'd say almost close to, I'd say we're probably averaging about 8 a game, and that's just way too much. It didn't feel, I mean, we were feeling pretty good by the end of the game, but it didn't feel like we were getting penalized a lot, but obviously we were. If that makes any sense.
We were lucky that it felt like the Cowboys were, even though that the offense wasn't putting up points, it felt like the Cowboys were kind of in control that whole game. I felt like the Lions were on the verge of scoring, but our defense were just bending and not breaking. So the penalties didn't really seem to be a big factor in the full scheme, the full, what do you call that? Look back?
Outcome,
yeah. But it's still a concern, man, because that's going to come up and bite us big when we're having these closer games. And these games we're having to fight for points rather than just kind of have them not given to us, of course. The defense really fought for them, but yeah, it's going to be in closer games.
Suck at penalties.
Yeah.
Before you go over there, sorry, I keep telling because I'm managing a bunch of screens. I just want to hit 2 questions on the TikTok. Just showing TikTok.
What?
Sure, yeah.
What the TikTok? The TikTok. So, Trackhawk432 was complaining that there's only 4 people in the live. Come on, don't skip my question.
Okay.
Even though there's way more. There's like 50 in the live, the TikTok live stream.
Here's into the fucking question.
So Trackhawk432 is saying, let's get to the hot topic. Kellen Moore is not an OC for the Cowboys. We've talked about it many times.
Is that a hot topic? That's been a topic
it's
for the last 3 years.
It's definitely not a hot topic.
Yes.
My question that I was going to try to spin it into, so all of our regular guests, regular viewers and listeners who tune in week over week and hear us trash Vanilla Pudding and his OC calling, do you think Kellen Moore made better play calls with Dak being back this last game versus how he would call for Dak beforehand? I'm talking about the Detroit Lion game specifically.
Let's get a zoom in on that fucking face. I think, honestly, to be 100% honest, I don't think his play calling was that awful against the Lions. I really don't. I felt like our offense at the start kind of miscued a little bit. The 3 and outs, I don't think that was really Kellen Moore's doing. Dak threw a couple weird balls. Dak ended up throwing for 5 times. That's perfect for me. I think he played or called a half decent game against the Lions, and I might get a little hate for that.
Yeah, Clutch is saying it was his usual trash. Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't any worse than what we're used to, though. You know what I mean?
We didn't see any triple bingo reverses this time. So I think I think we only saw 1 reverse. Maybe was it to? Was it? Oh, it was to
2
to Turpin.
There was 1 to Turpin, 1 to Lamb, but the Lamb one, I don't know if it was a reverse or maybe just a pass that was behind that lost yards.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm not looking for anything fantabulous from Kellen Moore when we're winning. When they're not putting points on the board, that's when I start to complain about him. If he's doing what he did in the Lions game, it's what we need to do. I'm more excited. I've shifted my excitement now to like strong defensive plays, and anything coming from offense is kind of just like cherry on the top. So it is.
Guys. I'm sorry, I just saw this now. I just typed in Chicago Bears just to catch up on some news.
Oh, there's a trade.
Chicago Bears traded defensive end Robert Quinn to the Eagles.
Yep.
That is awful for us.
Yep. The chat already discussed that like 15 minutes ago, and everything was blitzing through. We didn't get.
I'm sorry that I had to say it because
this is fine.
That's okay. When you're out of studio,
we're talking about this no-name fucking dude that we picked up that's 300 pounds Meanwhile, the Eagles got Robert Quinn. I don't know. I feel like we lost already. I feel like Ultra Cowboy right now.
Oh yeah, Ultra's already in there. Luis DeLuna saying awful trade for the Eagles.
I didn't even see what they gave up, but Robert Quinn is not a bad player, and he's definitely going to help that team. Not to mention the Eagles had a plethora of picks to do whatever the hell they wanted with in the next couple drafts.
And they got him for a 4th round pick.
That is not an awful trade at all.
And then Clutch is saying that Hankins will be valuable to us.
I think Hankins will too, but the Eagles getting Robert Quinn that's gonna pay dividends for them. And they gave up a 4th round draft pick. The Eagles right now with that trade are showing that they're planning on going full on push to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they are.
So and then EJ's I just tossed it up on there. Quinn has 1 sack this year.
Yeah, but he's still. I mean, he was also on the Bears.
Yeah, so that's
on a decent team.
exactly.
He's a decent rotational player.
The same thing that we would say about Hankins getting into Dan Quinn's scheme, and even Sheffield coming in as a cornerback and developing him as a cornerback. I mean, Dan Quinn. We were talking. I think I was doing technical stuff. I heard you guys talking about Sheffield. I think we're going to get into that in a little bit. Or have you guys already talked about it? I can't remember now. Anyways,
Sheffield's not going to make an impact this year.
No,
Robert Quinn's going to automatically go on the Eagles.
No, but I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is that we have to look at how the defenses of the Eagles have been playing, and sure. Quinn only has 1 sack on the Bears. You put him into a different scheme, different defensive coordinator, defensive system, and all of a sudden that 1 sack could easily turn into
and on a 6-0 team.
And on a 6-0 team,
on the Bears. I don't know. I think Robert Quinn will end the year with, I'm going to say it, 8 sacks. Boom.
That's huge. That is huge. The thing is, like, you see the movements happening. I wouldn't want to do anything.
Look, he's about to crack it if he's got it.
No, let AJ finish his topic.
Okay.
I just like, I'm not. You don't want to make changes just for the sake of it. Of course, if maybe Quinn would have been great for us, I have no idea. I don't. But the value is there, and it shows that the Eagles are making a push for the playoffs 100%. Obviously. Not, but you don't.
I'm not saying us trade for Robert Quinn. I don't think Robert Quinn right now is better than any of our defensive ends. But what the Eagles are doing is Robert Quinn is still a good football player. I don't give a fuck if he has 1 sack. Dlaw has 3 sacks in the many games he's played, right? I'm not going to base what Dlaw does off of his sack numbers. And I'm not going to, what I've seen from Robert Quinn, I'm not going to base what he does either on a team solely off of his sack numbers.
Yeah,
the guy's a great rotational player, and he's just going to help the Eagles be that much better. Ooh. And the fact that he's going to the Eagles is the thing I hate. I would have been, if he went to any other team, I could give 2 fucks. It's the fact that the Eagles are building up and getting better and better and better.
Well, you know what it does do for us? It makes this game against the Bears just a little bit easier. So I'll take that.
True, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the Bears are in a whole heap of trouble. I mean, but again, too, we can't look at the Bears are going to be like a little bit of a walkover game.
Did you guys not watch Monday Nighter? They looked very good.
Yeah, and then when Clutch first came into the convo, he was saying that first thing he said, trap game coming up. Which
this is a trap game more than the Lions game was. The Bears are still in contention in the NFC North. They're coming off a huge Monday night win against one of the best, or probably the best football coach that's ever played or ever coached in Bill Belichick. And the Justin Fields and the offense looked very, very, very successful, way better than they've had since I've ever watched Fields.
Well, he should be getting better every game, so that makes sense. I just am not scared of what the Bears have from, say, the Bengals. Mind you, the Bengals were different Bengals than they were when we played them than they are today. But even the Lions, I mean, I feel like the Lions have a lot of firepower. Now, they were without Swift, and he adds another dynamic to their running back scenario. Just a trap game's going to be any game. But here's the good thing: we didn't come off. There's a lot to prove with the Cowboys too. The defense is locked in; they're just doing their thing every single game. The offense is needing to have a game.
Yeah,
they had a comparable game. They had a a fine game last week, but they need to kind of come and show the defense, hey, we can help win football games too. So there's there is pressure on our side of the football too, on the offensive side, even though it's against the Bears. So I don't think they're going to take them too lightly. What do you guys think of Kavontae Turpin?
Ooh. I mean, I like what I've seen of him so far. Obviously, it's his. He's only had a couple games under his professional NFL career. Crack me if you got him. I like that you waited. I like that you waited for Alex, but as soon as I talked, you just fucking cracked all over my face.
We know cracks happen.
But yeah, no, I mean, hey, I think at one point a team's going to slip, and we've seen him a couple of times almost break out for that run.
This much he needs. Yeah. He's been this close a couple times. Well, Turpin's been this fucking close a couple times.
And on Sunday, he had a 33-yard average and a 52-yard run where he almost took it to the house. That's that one we were talking about. So I think he's starting to feel the ball, see the play a little, the field a little better, and he's getting closer and closer. But shoot, getting a football near the 50-yard line or close to that, if he's consistently going to be able to return the ball there on an average for 30 yards for us, that's such a huge part of a football game, especially when these punters, I mean, they can really smash a football. I don't know what they're putting helium in these NFL balls now or what, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think as we're all of our sentiments, it seems to be the same in the chat on TikTok. Everyone's agreeing and
it's an element the Cowboys haven't had in a long time. The fact that every time he even is about to be out there to return a punt or a kickoff, all of our eyes are on the screen because it could happen, and it's usually electrifying. Even when he gets that 50-yard gain, I think it was in the live stream as he was going, we were all just kind of looking at each other, and I don't even think any of us were saying anything. So it's nice to have that.
Crack me, got him.
Crack me if you got him, son. It's weird when you for whatever reason it doesn't pick up the audio on that
because it's such a high frequency.
But the fact that we have that ammo in the barrel, right? That bullet in the barrel that could get shot off at any time is awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it's that extra element. So sorry,
AJ, can you throw on the Bears schedule here?
Yep.
Throw up the Bears schedule. I like when we go into the other team's schedule just to see. At this point, we're going into week 8. You can kind of start comparing a little bit the Bears who we've played, and kind of get a feel for what the game possibly could be like a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Bears look like, just looking at their schedule right now.
Well, and really quick, one last question here, just because
he can.
But it's a question I have before we move on. With the run game operating so well, and now that we know Zeke's not going to be playing and Tony's going to be filling in that number 1 role, and then it's not Dlaw. Davis is going to be coming in and filling in the backup role. Do we see a different run game, or do they run it the same, and just hope for the same outcome?
I would run it the exact same. I would actually give Tony Pollard 25 carries. The thing I'm worried about with Zeke being out is, are we going to be able to protect Dak? So the more we run it, the less chance we have Tony getting bulldogged over and Dak getting killed.
I mean,
or do we run more
25?
But do we run more double, triple tight end sets then? Perhaps?
Yeah, because we know that Schultz was just bragging about how good of a blocker he was. He's getting the rest of his crew some tutties.
Yeah, no, you definitely
bootlegs and short throws is what No Sammy Sandwich is saying in one of the chats.
Just don't let Tony Pollard be the last blocker, because he could get Dak killed possibly.
Yeah, you totally missed my Bingham Baller 9 comment. You were busy typing stuff out.
But he was blocking. He ran a route that got the guy open. So I was just trying to.
To me, that I don't know if that clip was him actually singing, or if he was just
imagining it.
No, if he was just like, he was totally.
He ran. So what we're talking about right now is, Hendershot got his very first NFL touchdown, and the first thing, everyone says congratulations, and Dalton Schultz comes over and just tells him how open he got him. What happened was Schultz ran, and they both did crosses, and Schultz was the closer guy, and both guys bit on Schultz, and then Hendershot was basically wide open. But it's like, instead of telling the guy you got him wide open, why not say congrats?
Yeah, boost his confidence. Say congrats. Let him go.
My only
It's
angle,
your first NFL touchdown, man.
my only angle on that would be that Schultz is like that he's just ribbing him and in a roundabout way, saying like, "Oh, you got wide open. I didn't like, like, oh man, if it wasn't
Because of
for
me.
Yeah, but but like you can also say that, like, if you scored a good goal in lacrosse, I might have been, oh man, you see me take that guy out down there?
Not your very first one though.
No.
Very true.
Let the guy have his very first touchdown.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get us back on his social media, guys.
Oh, no.
Actually, it doesn't matter. I follow him my own personal one.
I mean, Bingham Baller, unblock us, you fuck.
Yeah,
okay,
you're a little bit.
Okay, so Bears beat the 49ers in the first week, 19-10.
That's kind of hard to gauge on because there's no tape on anyone. I think Trey Lance started for the Niners that game, got hurt. That's a kind of a weird one to start off with. Same with the second game where the Packers walloped the Bears 27-10 because the Packers have not been very good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Then
sorry, AJ, go for it.
Yep, week 3, Bears beat Texans 23-20. Week 4, lose to the Giants 2012. Next week, lose to the Vikings in week 5, 29-22. A closer game. Then they lose to the Commanders 12-7. Really wish they would have had a victory against both the Giants and the Commanders there. And then finally beat the Patriots last Monday, or just last 2 nights ago, 33-14.
So this is the game that sticks out to me the most is the 12-7 Commanders over the Bears.
Yeah.
Like how does that happen?
Well, you can see right here. There's not a lot of.
It happens because it was a Thursday night game.
Yeah. Actually, you're not wrong.
Well, they got that kind of a long time in between that Thursday night game and then a Monday night the following night, so it's almost like a full week and a half off.
But this is a shorter week for the Bears, so they had the Monday night game and they're coming into Sunday. So, not to say that that's a disadvantage and why they're going to lose, but it's always tougher for a team who's coming off of a little bit of a short.
It is a little bit,
and a travel too. It's at home, so
it is a little bit. They got to travel, and they played, like you said, on Monday night, so they do have the one where they miss out on 1 day of rest.
Yeah, and
I'm looking at Justin Fields' stats here.
Yep.
From the Pats game, and his passing does not scare me at all. He was 13 for 21, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's not scary. But his rushing, this is what we got to prepare for, boys. We've had a similar situation when we were playing against, who the fuck were we playing against that we were worried about running all over us? Jalen Hurts. We were worried about Hurts running all over us. He didn't. I think we got to go in there with the same kind of game plan we went against the Eagles. The number one thing we have to stop is Justin Fields picking up running plays. The guy's not going to burn us for 300 yards passing. Not a fucking chance.
Justin Fields has like some decent acceleration. Like if you look at Jalen Hurts, and Boots says Justin Fields is a poor man's Jalen Hurts. Jalen's a strong runner, right? Like all fucking broadcasts are talking about his
he squats 600
no size. But if you look at Justin Fields, like he has some pretty decent acceleration. So obviously you want to make sure you're minimizing that. But Justin Fields, like he's gonna get sacked. Like he's gonna I would be surprised if we don't get at least 5 to 6 sacks on the motherfucker come Sunday.
Did you guys watch QB1 on Netflix?
No.
What's that?
So you guys didn't watch QB1 on Netflix?
I watched the first season. I didn't watch the one with Justin Fields.
I watched all of them. And it was actually pretty good. But he's kind of a weirdo, even in high school. I'll say it. You're a weird high schooler.
What's QB1?
It
was a Netflix series where they follow 3 quarterbacks from high schools in the United States in their senior year, and they're the starting quarterbacks for that team. And Justin Fields was featured in one of the seasons. I think it was season 3, maybe. And they just basically go through his whole senior season as quarterback for the school. And the guy just dominates, obviously. He's an NFL, like a guy that's running for 82 yards and a touchdown in the NFL. He obviously was killing it in high school. But
any X-rated scenes?
No X-rated
Well,
teams.
go back to the short you made last year where he's like, I mean, the pace of the NFL is not as fast as everybody says, and then you cut to him getting just
Get absolutely killed because he had one good preseason game.
Yeah.
But my biggest take out of looking at the stats of Justin Fields is as long as we can contain him, and the biggest way to contain him is by us getting out on offense and score. Like if we can get up 14-0 right in the first half and then force him to drop back and actually have to beat us throwing the ball, game over, game set match, we win.
It's going to be
we can't do what we did with the Lions, be 6-3 going into halftime, letting him run all over the place.
No.
We got to get out there and we got to get on the board right away. This defense, we've yet to see us play with a lead at the start of a game.
I think it's going to be interesting because we do rely on Zeke being that eater of yards and containing the ball and giving us an ability to like own the time of play, and that's going to be a factor here. That plays into what you just said. To do that, though, we do need to score points, and I can see us getting down, even if it's just by a field goal or a touchdown, and having to like resort to more passing than we would. So I don't know, but it really depends on how they utilize the running game. And I mean, I'm having a little bit of what's it called, PTSD, and just thinking that Kellen's gonna have a little bit of a, I don't know, not a freak out necessarily, but he's gonna go back to, he's gonna start leaning into Dak's arm a little bit more.
Yeah, which we don't want. I mean, look, we want to see Dak.
If it's working.
Yeah. Let him throw some buckets, but
best player on the Bears, other than Justin Fields isn't a bad player, but the Bears' best player is Roquan Smith, their linebacker. Yeah. He is by far, and we talked about him on the cast when the Bears were kind of going like downtrending a little bit before they were possibly fighting for the division. We were talking about I would have been fine with trading. I don't know what you would have had to trade to get Roquan Smith, but I would have been pretty happy with trading for quite a bit to get him to replace LVE. The guy is an absolute stud. He's so good, man. He's fast. He's kind of like he's not like Micah in regards to they play a different role. He seems like a true middle linebacker, but he's just so damn good, and just pairing him with a Micah Parsons would have been so awesome. I really wish we would have taken a run at Roquan Smith, and he will make an impact against us. 100% the guy. He had a sack, he had an interception, 8 tackles and 4 assists against the Patriots.
I mean, if we're looking just at the paper and not like the context, our team is just far superior. Like
stat-wise.
Stat-wise,
Look at
defense-wise, they have a much more dominant run game. Especially if you include Justin Fields, not much more, but when you include Justin Fields, it's like a very dominant run game. Their pass game is just non-existent. And
back up for a sec.
The defense, I mean, I think ours on paper is just far superior. But
look at Zeke looking like Kimbo Slice. Sorry, I just wanted to say that with the do-rag and the big beard. To the right there.
Young Kimbo?
Young Kimbo. If Kimbo was a
I'm
football
like trying
player.
to like stare. I'm like this, trying to look over my face.
Sorry, there you go.
There it is.
Hey, yo.
Zeke Elliott out for
it.
week 8, though. Zeke Elliott out for week 8. That's tough.
Okay, so
I mean, as far as that though, you look at their, like AJ said, you look at anything else to do with their stats when we're talking about the Bears here. There's not much that scares you from the Bears.
Yeah, AJ, can you look at Nick says Fields likes Mooney, and then Steve Chili saying Diggs is going to shut Mooney down. Can we see what Mooney's stats are?
Yeah.
Mooney is a little punk.
Ooh, I like
that. I have no factual basis off what I'm saying, but the thing is, there's no one on their team that scares me receiver wise. So even if say Darnell Mooney does go up against Diggs a lot, yeah, I think Diggs is gonna eat his lunch.
Eat it, baby.
Eat it all day, son.
I like that AJ has really leaned into making sure that when he brings the stats up, it's proportionate to my like cropping size on the screen. I respect that. I like it. I like seeing him work for it, you know?
Absolutely.
And he's fast at it.
Yeah.
So we got 1,267 yards rushing for the Bears and 1,048 yards passing. It's a run-heavy team.
What's Mooney's stats?
Yeah, what's
Oh,
Mooney's
Mooney,
stat right there?
20 receptions on 39 targets and 294 yards.
0
no tutties.
Guess what?
14.7
Fuck.
average.
Fuck 'em. Smells like a turnover to me.
I'm more worried
DJ
here.
saying Mooney's good, Ant. He doesn't have a quarterback throwing it to him the ball. If you're good, you're good. You're good, in my opinion. If you have, I mean, if
He
you're
might
a
be
good
good.
player, like I said, when I called him a bitch, I had nothing backing. Backing up my.
Look, he's a bitch until we play him after Sunday. He can be cool again. But right now, I'm more worried about Equestrian St. Brown here.
Yeah, no, and Nick was just saying. Nick wants to clarify.
Equanimous?
He was just saying that it's his go-to guy, which is fine. Let it be his go-to guy. We want to take those. We want to take the rock away from him.
At the end of the day, everyone in this league is an NFL player and an NFL team, and I mean we've seen it too many times that it happens at least a handful of times a year, if not every single week, where there's a team that you're like, how the hell did this team just beat them? And
you don't want to be on the bad end of that.
No. Like I said, we're not on this high where I think that's going to be a problem.
No, the Lions game. Sorry, the Lions game. Sure, we won 24-6, but it did not feel like 24-6. Did it feel like, to me? I was like, oh man, I was happy we got the win.
Yeah.
Until the very end of the game when we started getting turnovers. But even going into halftime, it was 6-3.
Yeah.
It was seeming like we couldn't get anything going on offense, and then. Yeah, we had a couple big splash plays. We had a couple big takeaways, but it's not like we throttled the Lions, and the team should be rolling on this giant high going against the Bears.
That's exactly what needs to happen, though. The more I think about it,
shellacking?
No, the Cowboys need to come out and score on their
shellacking.
first two of their first 3 drives. We need to get 10 points in the first.
Yeah, we don't need a 3-and-out off of the first drive. Right away.
If they do, they need to go down and score a touchdown on the very next drive. So you're better to score a touchdown, give yourself some breathing room.
Those 3-and-outs are fucking absolutely gut-wrenching, man.
It's been asked a couple times, and I've been waiting to get to it for whatever reason. We're still talking about the Bears, obviously, but Hazy in the TikTok live wants to know what our thoughts are on the wide receiver rumors.
What are the wide
receivers?
receivers?
Trading for one?
Yeah.
I was trading for one like DJ Moore or Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
100%. I would love for us to trade for one of those guys.
So
it reminds me of kind of the Amari Cooper thing where our offense is still running fine right now. Whereas before we traded for Amari Cooper, our offense that year was terrible. And then when we traded for Amari Cooper, it opened up everything. And like we were like, holy shit, we're a playoff contention team. It's not really like that right now because we have a great defense. But at the same time, if we could put another wide receiver out there with CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, like a true wide receiver too, and say we've argued on not even argued, but we've said CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup are both like really good WR2s. If you could add a third guy like that to the mix, it could really make this offense hum.
I do like. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. So who would you? So I do feel. A second here. We should be good now.
Just reiterate your point there, Ad.
Right now? Or am I waiting?
No, you can go ahead.
So I'll wait till we're out.
Yeah,
I'm in chat right now. I'm typing with everyone.
Just wait. I'm gonna edit this out. So
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we're gonna edit this out.
Yeah.
It's getting edited out.
But it's gonna be live. On the live, you get all the behind baseball, baby. Okay.
So
is it TikTok that's fucking us, or what?
Yeah, this TikTok live studio is.
It's new though. They're ironing the stuff out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ad, you were saying?
Well, I was just saying that the wide receiver.
I still don't see you guys, just so you know, or anything.
Oh, 1 second.
It's live.
There we go.
Yeah. There it is. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just quickly go through my thought real quick here.
Yeah,
Well,
go for it.
reiterate that point and then.
Okay, so chat was saying that right now Judy, his value is probably a 3rd round pick, and they were saying they would go for it, and I agree. We used a crack me if you got him. We used a 3rd round pick this year on Jalen Tolbert. The dude's not even making it on the game day roster. So if you can give a 3rd for a guy that's going to hop on the team and immediately help,
Oh yeah.
why wouldn't you? I don't.
Yep.
I don't understand sometimes why teams think these picks are so valuable. You just wasted one.
Yep.
I'm not going to say wasted, but right now Jalen Tolbert is not helping this team. If you could get a 3rd round pick for a guy that is immediately going to help, why not?
Like every wideout that has been mentioned. I mean, it goes back to like, well, maybe you should have just kept Amari Cooper, but Cooks, Judy, Moore, like any one of those guys, I think would do far better to assist our team than, like you were saying, like a Tolbert.
If I'm picking one of those guys, I'm picking DJ Moore. He's got he's the youngest.
Same with me.
And I would be
What? Why? Sorry, AJ. Why are you picking him?
Because he's the youngest.
He's the youngest boy.
I'm taking him. I bet you say that.
Well,
to all
I would
the
just say
boys.
that all of them could be arguably the same quality. The difference maker for me is the youth. And if you could get him locked up for another 2 years, like let's also keep in mind the Cowboys are in a position here that I don't think they really thought they would be after week 1. No one really did, in that they have a serious Super Bowl contention team. Defense is just looking tough.
Looking
Well,
tough.
You get another offensive player. Now you have until midnight on Tuesday, I believe,
before they turn into pumpkins. Well, both chats. So the TikTok chat and our OG YouTube chats are all saying the contract for DJ Moore is just way too big. So you have to give it more than a third round to pick that up.
Why? Why wouldn't like the? I mean, I don't know if you'd have to give more. You just have to be prepared to pay that.
Yeah.
But they should be in selling mode right now. They just
for sure.
The Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers. Well, I mean, you could see they're fucking
They had a big win though.
They're fire sailing everybody. Actually, here's an interesting question that Nick asked. He goes, "What position would you trade for? Wide receiver, O-line, center for that pick? Then, if we were to trade for a wide receiver, what would you trade? What would you be? What position would you be open to trade for?"
I think he was just asking what position would.
No,
we
but
trade
I'm taking his question. And I'm taking.
I wouldn't trade any.
I'm taking
I'm
a
not trading
podcast.
anyone
I'm taking a podcast host abilities.
I would only trade picks. I wouldn't trade anyone on the team.
Yeah,
because I don't think we have anyone on depth worthy of it unless someone wants to take a risk on Tolbert or something like that, and you can like package him in a deal, perhaps. But like I don't see any there's no reason he's not really going to add value.
We're not trading anyone on the team, but in a world where we can play make believe, if I had to trade anybody on the team and get value for them, I mean, it would have to be from the defense. But at this point, our defense has been playing so good that why would you ever want to do that? That to me, the only way you'd ever be able to trade a player for a player, we'd have to trade someone on our defense that we would never give up.
Hey, there's a few things that would adjust my opinion. Let's say there's a really good running back duo game here between Davis and Pollard. Then we already talk about it all the time, but I'd be more inclined to push Zeke if they have a game where I'm like, wow, these guys, it's the scheme, it's not the player. The other side of it would be, I don't know anyone on defense. If everyone's healthy, I'd look at this at a potential CB to throw in, or a one of our safeties, perhaps one of our younger safeties. But again, that value needs to come back to fill the position.
When you talk about trading like a guy like Zeke, are we going to pick up a person of interest? Like, say we traded Zeke for one of these wide receivers, are they going to help us more than Zeke would? I don't know. That's the tricky part.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We would have to see in this game that Tony Pollard and Davis can do the same thing or do it better. If they do, now that's a lot of betting on a one-game outing versus the Bears. Okay, that's a lot of betting. But we said that this was a perfect world hypothetical, and the only reason I say that is because I love Zeke. Don't get me wrong, but we're running into these.
Sound like you do.
I do have a TP20 jersey. We're just running into these injuries, and we're hitting that point where the value is very high right now, and you know it's gonna go down. It's dropped a little because of this injury.
He's gone.
Yeah,
Zeke's gone. Zeke's gone next year more than likely. And like the chat saying, his contract's so big that someone's not going to take it over anyways. They're going to wait. If they wanted Zeke bad enough, they're going to wait for next year where he either takes a way less contract from the Cowboys or the Cowboys cut him.
Yeah.
One of the good things about Zeke being out this week is maybe we do get to see what we have in Malik Davis, and then getting rid of Zeke next year isn't that detrimental. If Malik Davis can come in and sustain on the goal line and sustain, picking up 4 to 5 yards a carry, and I'm a huge Zeke fan.
Yeah.
I love Ezekiel Elliott. He's one of my favorite players on the Cowboys. He's been one of my favorite players as a Cowboy ever.
Wow.
So it sucks to talk about
over Romo. Like you're all about Romo.
I said one of my favorite.
Okay.
Romo's my guy. Romo's my favorite Cowboys player to ever play. Then Des Bryant. But what I was saying is if Malik Davis can come in and show that he can be at least help. I want to see what he can do blocking, to be honest. I don't even really care what he can do running the ball. I want to see him be able to come in and be able to block Dak from not getting an absolute kill shot.
Yeah. That'll be the worst case scenario.
Was that the kill shot that you just did?
Was that
there was a fruit fly in here and I just killed him. Or her. Could have been a her too.
Do you want to look at the
let's look at some stuff here.
At the players to watch on the Bears?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's break it down.
Justin Fields, Roquan Smith are going to be the top 2, I imagine.
Well, I like how Anth didn't. Actually, here's to finish the Zeke thing. Kilo asked a nice little question here. Is Zeke any different than Saquon?
Yeah. Saquon when he's healthy and doing his thing. Saquon's an absolute, I think, probably a top 5 talent of all time, to be honest.
So then, okay, so you know what, Nick is aggressive on his question. He's saying Cowboys need fucking something. What is it? So it goes back to, he was asking what position do we trade for if we are missing something.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
Well, but you confused it. You muddied the water.
No, I was changing it because I have the ability to, because I'm one of the hosts on this fucking podcast.
Oh,
Nick.
Okay.
But I like to show love to the chat. That's what I'm doing. I'm like that guy. I see everybody here. I get invested. I'm more invested in our chat than I'm invested with you guys.
Wow.
We know.
I'm kidding. I kid.
No.
I kid.
Who is this guy? And chat, I know someone's going to know him. Jaquan Brisker, a rookie out of Georgia. Or out of Penn State.
Georgia. All the rookies from Georgia this year are absolute monsters.
Or Penn State, sorry, my bad. How'd
you even get that close?
Because, dude, I saw the this looks like a college jersey. The Bears. I know, but it look with this fucking it looked like a G.
Georgia.
It looked like a G.
No, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But it's an honest mistake. Minus the NFL logo on the above his the NFL crest above his.
Yeah,
nine.
I know.
Safety.
That gives it away. But anyways, what the hell are they doing wearing these college?
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him, son. So this rookie out of Penn State, he looks to be on a star trajectory for his Bear teams. Discuss.
Safety. He's a safety. I mean,
you see the way he just kind of like totally took that took the road of trying to shove it off of him. Look at that. See, there he goes. I love it.
They're blitzing him. They're blitzing.
I don't know why they're showing this college game. God, I love those fucking. The NFL does it better than anyone else.
They're close angles and stuff.
Yeah, and just the sound.
He's sacking Carson Wentz. I'm not impressed. I need to see more highlights from this guy to be scared of him.
Yeah, but rookies are always. Look, I'm in probably season 9 of my franchise right now, so we're starting to move out of. There's not a lot of real NFL players left, but the rookies are always exciting to get them and see what they can do, and we're deep now in the season where I think if there was a rookie that's going to show up and show any sort of promise that they've already done so. But But, you know, I'm scared
Well, let
of
me
him.
say this for you. I ain't scared of this bitch because I ain't never heard of him.
I love
Which
it.
obviously doesn't mean much. But
Hey, but don't forget
here's
about
my guy.
Roquan Smith.
He's scary. That guy's scary, man. That guy is a good player. And I'd be very surprised if he doesn't have a very, very good game against us.
I think he's
Even
on
if he is wearing a
steroids.
Georgia jersey.
What are the chances of him being on a different team come Tuesday?
Not very. Oh, you know what? Maybe. It depends how big of a chance the Bears think they have to win the division. He is huge trade bait. If they think they can rebuild and they don't have a chance of making a push in playoffs, yeah, he's definitely someone that they could push and get a lot. They said they pretty much weren't going to pay him. He wanted more money at the start. Before season started, his contract was a huge talking point, and he's still there and he's still balling out. So if anything, he just made himself a shit ton more money.
And now is he on the last year of his contract, or?
You can't ask me that kind of shit.
What I got?
What?
That's
Like,
shit I gotta look at.
Okay, here. I'll move it out of there. Then you can look it up.
I'm already on it, son.
Yeah. What are you talking? Hey, you're right by it. You're right by a Computron. You can look this up.
Yeah, he is. He's on his 5th year option. They picked it up May 2021. So this is his 5th year rookie option. So the dude, he's balling out right now, and he is going to get rich.
So this
very rich.
This is, I don't know if they do cut Peters, the Cowboys, does that open up enough for them to take on Smith just for this year, for a playoff push?
I can't see the Cowboys trading for a guy that's in his 5th year option. Not to mention we just Damone Clark, who is a guy that we drafted in the 5th round, who is a stud LSU linebacker, who's a rookie, who hasn't played. He is going to be back on the team. So maybe it's something more like that.
What? So they
we're not going to make a blockbuster.
Did they just they just reactivated him? Like they put him on the practice
squad?
squad?
He came off the NFI.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that reactivating is.
There he is,
Damone Clark.
Get it?
I like him.
I'm excited to see this guy play.
Hey,
and
why
that's a dope 33? What a cool number. I hope he keeps that.
Hey, why are his hips so sad, guys? He's got these 2 big teardrops down on down here on his quads. Get it?
Yeah. I actually don't get it. What are you talking about?
He's saying he's got big teardrops for thighs.
When you got big, strong quads, it looks like 2 teardrops.
I'm not as impressed with. I mean, I think
don't know.
Jalen Hurts has bigger quads than him. I'm just
Should we do a leg? Okay.
Well,
so,
didn't you hear Jalen Hurts squats 600 pounds?
Yeah.
So, why has he not been playing?
He had that spinal fusion thing or whatever. He was hurt.
Oh,
he had
spinal bifida.
He had that crazy back injury. A lot of people stayed away from him. The guy was on pace to be a 1st-round pick, and then possibly didn't have a chance of ever playing in the NFL again. And the Cowboys took a chance at him with a 5th-round pick, which at that we had 4 5th-round picks. Why not? Right? Throw one at him.
Toss it.
Well, he's.
Toss it.
You know, no large expectations, but I love the idea of having the tools in house and just activating them. And again, like the godsend has been, and people got this confused when we put it out there, but it did really good. So I just fucking sat back and watched. So, you know, Twitter's our least most, I guess.
At Cowboys Can Fan.
At Cowboys Can Fan. Follow us on Twitter, on the Insta, on TikTok. Adam's
everywhere.
Cut me off. Oh, do you want to go to?
No.
Do you want to go to chat question right now?
No. Yeah. Hey, actually, so chat's asking.
No, but the comment we made was, or that we were saying was,
I wasn't listening to what you were talking about.
I know. No, with Cooper Rush, we were saying like. Thank you, Cooper Rush, basically not for winning those games, for not losing the season. And there was a lot of confusion with that comment. It's like
you literally wrote it in the words, though. You wrote it saying thank you for not losing us the season, basically is what you said. And people took some people, a lot of people said thank you to him, but a lot of people also were like, he didn't win shit. It's like we were thanking him for not losing shit.
I know.
Yeah, because that he did what he should have done. He came in.
This loser?
That's one of my favorite ones.
This loser?
But he came in and didn't lose. So that has been the godsend here. that's given us so much more leeway, and actually, like, unfortunately, we have this fucking division here where we have probably 3 of the best teams in the NFL all volleying for our top spot. If we weren't up against the fucking Eagles, or the Eagles played like they should be playing, like the stupid birds they are, we should be in first place in this division, but c'est la vie.
Well, you also have the Giants that are ahead of us right now at 6-1.
But less scary.
Yeah, less scary. But the craziest thing is, even right now, the Commanders are kind of having a resurgence. They're 3-4. They're right in the thick for that wild card spot. There is an honest possibility that all 4 teams from the NFC Beast make playoffs.
Now, how would that Now, how would that work? How would that have to happen?
There's 3 wild card teams, right? So whoever places first in the division wins the division. They automatically get a playoff game. And then the NFC Beast would just have to have the next 3 best records in the NFC, right? So there's literally a chance once they went to the 7 teams in playoffs. It opened the door for a division.
There we go.
It opened the door for a division to possibly be able to all be in the playoffs together.
And that's never happened before.
Never.
3 teams before, I think.
Yeah, 3 teams has been the max because you have the 2 wild cards, right?
Yeah. Oh,
you'd have the division. You'd have the division winner, and then you'd have 2 of the other teams as wild cards. You have 3 wild card teams now, right? So theoretically speaking, all 3 wild card spots could be won by a division, which is crazy. And the way we stack up against the NFC Beast, like the way Dak plays against the NFC Beast, I would fucking love it. That would probably be our best chance of ever getting to an NFC championship and possibly to a Super Bowl.
Well, we got to be this game. This game is
you said it.
This game is another must win.
We got to keep pace with the NFC Beast right now, with the 6-0 Eagles and the 6-1 Giants. We absolutely have to beat the Bears this weekend.
Do I hate to say it, but how sweet would this be? The Cowboys win out now until Christmas Eve, and the Eagles don't lose, and we go in there and give them their first loss on Christmas Eve, and then causing a downward spiral,
downward spiral,
a death spiral, if you will, for
a black spin
for a stupid eagle.
Can I be devil's advocate on that, though? The only thing that scares me of that situation is if the Eagles don't lose at all until then, and we even lose one more game, even us beating them, they're more than likely going to win the division. I'd rather us go in with them up by maybe 1 game, and then having.
Sorry, go ahead.
But what were you saying?
Obviously the winning the division would be fucking sweet, but I don't give a fuck if they go undefeated and they win division. If we make the playoffs, we make the playoffs, getting into playoff and fucking taking it home at the second half of the season is the most important thing. Like
you're gonna be playing best ball in December. I don't give it 6-0. Fucking congrats, man.
Yeah, good job.
You won the first third of the season. There's still, including
a lot of ball left.
Playoffs, there's a fucking shit ton of football left.
Yeah.
Good job. You guys are 6-0.
Yeah.
Going into your bye week.
Yeah.
It's just starting.
Welcome to the team.
Was Eagles week 6?
Because we played week 6. Yeah.
Because I have our predictions. Do you remember we made those?
What, for week 6?
No, we had predictions from week 2 to 9.
Oh, I guaranteed I said we were going to beat the Eagles. So
not for New Year's. You're going back to
So week 2 was Bengals, right?
Well, look at the finals, 5-3.
I know. Hang on.
We got
that was what we said we would be.
Yeah.
So Bengals was a win.
So explain what you're doing right now.
Oh yeah. So when Dak got injured, our midweek podcast, the one we're doing right now, we did a week 2 to week 9 because we figured, hey, Dak could be out up to the bye week.
So this is our midweek after week 1.
After week 1, this is our midweek. So I'm just trying to. Who was week 3?
Like a fake fan here.
I could just pull this up myself here, but I was hoping. I just need to get this, and then we're gonna go over this real quick. But I gotta get the Cowboys record and who they fucking played, because I smoked too much of that. Smoke weed every day.
AJ got up in the Skrilla.
Yeah, so we got Bengals, and we got Giants, which we had a big dub, and then we had Commanders, Washington, which was a dub, and then after.
Here he goes. Fact checking. Week 3 was the Giants.
Rams was a big win.
Yep.
Rams was that was probably the most surprising win of the season, right? For me at the time, I was kind of nervous about the Rams game, and we absolutely, minus the one big play by Cooper Rush, we kind of had our way with them a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, and obviously Steve Chili saying, yeah, if Cooper stayed, we would have made a Super Bowl run this season. Obviously, he's trolling, but he's also kidding.
And
So this is what we
Not
had.
really trolling because we were joking about it.
So Bengals week 2, we had a victory. Obviously, Adam was the only one who called that right.
You're right.
Week 3, we had the Giant. We beat the Giants. We all thought
I called the Giants and Commanders. I said
And
we
then
had to win.
Yeah, we won. So we all called those both wins.
Debatable.
Then we called loss again. All of us called a loss against the Rams, which we won.
Debatable.
Then all of
22
us, I think we got a little ahead of ourselves. We called a win against the Eagles. I think we were hoping for a win. We lost, of course, all three of us. And then the Lions, we beat. Me and Anth called a win, and Adam called a loss. So we each...
Ad called the loss. Ad got fucking into the Kool-Aid of the Hard Knocks.
He did.
Hard Knocks Kool-Aid.
And we each ended up with
I never watched it this season, though. I still have to watch it.
We got 3 out of 3 each. 3 out of 6.
We all landed on the same projected score.
Yeah.
So which is worrisome for us coming into this weekend.
But now this game we all called a win.
Yeah, but we all landed on we're going to be 5-3 going into the
I'm
bye.
I'm throwing down my whole Bet 365 payroll. What I got in there right now in the game.
No, don't.
I bet last week. I broke the curse.
Hey,
the curse is broken. It's flawed. If you break it one time, we were all under the impression that when I bet on the Cowboys, they lose. I bet on the Cowboys last week while I was intoxicated, and they won. Yeah, so the curse is broken.
Okay, When did you bet on them?
I think I bet while they were playing.
So then you have to do that this time.
Okay.
That's why your bet was. You showed me the bet. I was like, I'll pay you $30 to not bet again. Like not bet. Like if you're gonna.
I'm betting on bet.
Like if you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna eat your lunch if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna miss big, like I'm not gonna eat your lunch.
Yeah, I ain't gonna eat your lunch.
Yeah, but if for $30 fucking, I will pay you to not place the bet.
No, I'm going my whole Bet 365. My whole Bet 365.
And for those of you who are just tuning in, we're not sponsored by Bet 365. This is just giving free fucking sponsorship out as we're trying to, grow this.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break.
That's Commander-in-Chief.
Commander-in-Chief. Okay, we should hit up. Okay, one thing I want to see before our bold predictions and score prediction.
Yeah.
Where are we? I want to see our NFL.com power ranking. I did not look at it. I almost clicked on it like 6 times today. I want to see where we're at. Did any of you guys look at it?
No, I never do. I save it for content.
Well, AJ's pulling it up. I will ask you.
When I'm pulling it up, I'm pulling it out.
You say what you think we are, the NFL.com power rankings. I'll say mine. AJ will say his. Well, because he's obviously going for it right now.
I have to hide it. I have to hide it. There we go. Whew. I mean, we almost. Don't read anything. Don't read anything. Okay, it's not up.
Stop trying them.
Sorry, someone's already throwing some score predictions in the TikTok chat. I said, hey, look, we give away free shirts, Cowboy Can Fan shirts to anybody who guesses the correct score. Y'all know us. We've been doing this week over week. First week we did it. Matty Vink, our one of our guest hosts, won the scoring prediction. We gave him a shirt then and there on the podcast.
Colin, I want to hear your power ranking. We'll talk about these free fucking shirts after.
Hey, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm just.
Whoa!
Hey, yo.
Shit, we double dosed you.
We double tapped it. Okay.
Oh shit.
Whammy.
G-bang.
Hey, sorry.
Who, this loser?
I don't know what's going on right now. My power rankings. Okay, what were we the last week? What did we
I don't know.
drop
Just
to?
pick a ranking. What do you think we are right now?
I think we're 8.
Okay.
I think we're 8. Are you
You think 8th? You think 8th?
Hey,
I'm gonna say 4th.
4th.
This defense is starting to get recognized, man. I honestly think we're better than a lot of the top teams in the NFL. I think we're 4th.
Let me bring up and after this, just remind me, Casey Hudgens in the TikTok chat keeps saying that I'm the Green Arrow, aka Steven Amell. He's also in the wrestling show Heels. He says he's like, why is Steven Amell on the show? I get Andy Dalton from you guys all the time, and I get Tom Cruise. This is the first time I've ever heard Steve Amell, so we'll just bring him up afterwards just to see if you guys agree.
I've had Steve Amell before. He's like a fat guy with a beard.
No, he's not. No, he's jacked.
Is he?
He's the Green Arrow on the W. Or
Okay, I'm thinking of a different fat
CW
guy
or
with a
whatever.
beard.
I mean, we got to look at him now.
Yeah, bring it up.
I thought you were talking about. What?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Steve Amell. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's obviously what I look like. Tarps off. Just let's be honest here.
I thought that was a picture of you with your shirt off, Ed.
But type in Steve Amell Heels, HEELZ or Z if you're whichever country you're from.
Heels
with an L. Yeah. So this is a wrestling show. It's sweet. It's awesome. Season 1 was
I thought
last
you
year.
were talking about that WWE guy, and I was like, yeah, that's me.
I mean, I think
a bad created character. But okay, my prediction now. I'm gonna sandwich Ant.
And then someone else is saying you look like Julian Edelman, the former Pats wide receiver. Edelman has that massive beard. I mean, I respect the Edelman.
It's a beard.
Fuck you. It's not just a beard.
No, I'm saying it's the beard that makes you look like Edelman. No,
Okay,
not.
That's what we haven't had. We haven't had a
How
Mega Powers clinch.
There we
It's
go,
been
there we
It's been an hour and 17 minutes since we've been doing this, and we haven't done the clinch. It's done now.
Eric's saying I'm wrecking today's topic docket faster than Kanye's mouth is wrecking his own career. How am I wrecking it?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, he
We're
said
both-
and. I think people get our names confused.
Sometimes.
It doesn't matter.
Guess what? We both are. We're
Hey, at least they
brothers.
know your names. I'm just the fucking.
You're just the guy.
I'm the guy who vapes.
It's the guy that's sleeping. Stretch his neck, bro.
The guy who vapes or can't talk by the end of the game. I'm stretching my neck, bro.
Okay.
So you said 4. Adam said 8.
I said 8.
8.
I wanted to say 4, so I'm gonna what's that game at
6.
Prices. I'm gonna
different.
prices right. Yeah, I'm gonna go to 5.
Whoa.
I'm prices writing at Ant. What?
Nick from the
Don't Nick the fucking sick pervert.
says guy with the mustard sweatshirt is Jessica Chastain.
I gotta go look who Jessica Chastain
She's
is.
from
Now.
Zero Dark 30. She's a babe.
Yeah, but I don't know who.
And she's a ginger.
I don't know. How do I look
I
like
know,
that
you don't.
chick? Now she is babylicious. God damn. But still, okay. Let's go have a look.
And Boot says, hey, and we see you, Alex.
Hey,
so don't.
for you audio listeners, you gotta come to the cast to see all these lookalikes. You gotta come to YouTube.
Time out. I just hope anyone that's listening from the Landry hat doesn't make it this far because we're dropped. We're dropped as the #1 Cowboys podcast because we're in that unknown territory when we're talking about AJ and Adam looking like whoever the fuck in the universe right now.
Man.
Come on, man.
Shall we go down this list, guys?
Yeah, of course.
And if anything, I look like.
We'll zoom it out a bit there, bud.
What? Oh.
There you go.
If anything, I look like Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd, fuck that. Leo DiCaprio. That's what you got.
Okay, we got Buff.
Okay.
We knew it. Buffalo's still there.
Boring.
Who's next? The Eagles. Of course, we're going to see the Buccaneers up here high, too, for some reason. Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, now we're getting to where Ant said.
I said 4, baby. Come on.
Oh! Well, we lost him. We lost him. We got so excited. He fucking...
He's on steroids.
He's done.
These Cowboys feel more dangerous because their success or failure won't solely rely on a high-profile offense being asked to rise to the occasion when it counts. Teams built to win shootouts can be exposed in the postseason, but a team with a dominant defense, that will travel into January and perhaps beyond. And we want it to, because the one thing that people will say, nope, and knock the camera down again. The one thing that people will say about the Cowboys is about Dak is he doesn't win playoff games.
How about them Cowboys?
They say he doesn't, and it's true.
Can't win big games.
He can't win big games.
Yeah.
Well, big games perhaps. He doesn't win playoff games. Playoffs. He doesn't win playoff games. So that needs to happen, and he's got to get that monkey off his back. He's won one playoff game, right, Anth?
Yeah, he beat the Seahawks in what was it, 2018.
Yeah, but only one. So that's a
I
fair.
want to say he's 1-3 in playoffs. 'Cause him and Romo both playoff record.
So you're saying he's one and done?
I'm saying that he that's the biggest thing that he's got, that people will always continue to say no matter what is Dak doesn't win
that big one.
Yeah, and it's true, but we also have to get to the playoffs, okay? So there's an argument of being like, okay, so we might lose every playoff game, and that sucks, and who gives a shit if you're not winning games, because you're going to be stuck in this kind of perpetual middle of the pack, right? Because you're never gonna be able to really upgrade your team well enough where it really counts, and you're always kind of perpetually hitting just middle of the pack options.
Middle of the pack Dak is what what haters like to say.
But yeah, so that obviously the Cowboys, they have a team right now where they need to win, because next year there could be a lot of differences perhaps. We have a couple not necessarily big contracts, but key players on this team. I feel like this is a need to win now season for the Cowboys.
EJ Savage
said playoffs and let's party.
Yeah. Skip it. Party.
See, sometimes we just do it without
EJ says AJ use another perpetual
bliss. What was I saying? Perpetual a lot?
I think so. I don't know. Probably.
I didn't even notice, to be honest. Okay, so let's jump into before you guys talk about who the fuck you guys look like in Gossip Girl. Let's hop into.
I like the Gossip Girl drop.
Let's jump into score predictions.
And by the way, we would never use Gossip Girl as a standard, because none of them have beards in Gossip Girl. So go fuck yourself, eh?
Ooh, that dab hit just gave me a flashback to my circa 2012.
My neck, bro.
No, pre-stretching my neck days to 2012.
Oh, when the world ended.
Traveling.
You know what's funny? He's charging his vapes as he's using them, and I thought they were connected. I was like, whoa, his one vape's charging the other, because they were intertwined. Anyways,
we're high tech here.
Bring it up.
Doesn't matter. Let's hear your score prediction.
Look, you can see bro.
What do you want me to bring up?
Ant's hangry right now. Look at him.
I'm not hangry. Actually, you're right.
Hey, crack him if you got him, son. He's been drinking. He came right off work. He's the only one who came off of work. Ya fuck.
I'm gonna go score prediction while you guys figure your lives up.
He's bringing some stuff up.
The Bears. They've had a couple iffy games. They've had a game. Their only good game where they actually looked like they had an offense was against the New England Patriots on Monday night. They did look impressive, but I'm not sold on that. They've had a lot of worse games than they've had better games. I still think we hold them to under 20 points. I finally think this is our first game we score more than 30. I'm going 34. Drum roll. I'm going to do a weird one. I'm going to say 15. 15 is kind of a weird number. I'm going to go 34-15.
Cowboys, of course. And we'll save our predictions. We'll go through, or our bold predictions. We'll go through scores. Or do you have a bold prediction on hand?
No, I was waiting for you guys to start your score.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Ad.
So EJ's score is 31-0. It's very close to what I was going to say.
Now remember, we're going to say our scores. We'll take these scores. Either we'll take them before the game, or, if you get it right.
Don't forget, Adam is one with chat.
Yeah, if you get it right, just screenshot it. We trust y'all. And but we still want to take them. We'll be officially writing them down.
Yeah, we'll do it before the game.
Yeah.
Adam, score prediction.
34-3.
Wow. Okay. So you went 34. Did we both go 34? AJ, you got to go 34 also.
I'm not going 34. That's
It's
too
weird
insane.
that you
it's
just
just a weird number.
I'm not gonna just because you answered 30. I mean, I could change it. The other one would be 31-3. But
No, 34. 34 is not that weird.
No, I know. I'm just saying the weird that we both.
It's 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a 27-17 game.
Ooh, that's exactly what your friend Nick in the chat just said. But he's saying 27 Bears, 17 Cowboys. So you're reversing.
Are they linked sexually?
Yeah.
Nick, I'm not sending you a picture of my nipples. Get over it, bro.
He just has to go find. He has to go back to the one live stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did show off my...
EJ's saying, trust me, I've got the last 6 game scores right and have no shirt to show for it.
EJ BS.
BS, EJ.
We've written down at least 2 of those.
Yeah.
Hey, bold predict.
Bold predictions.
I ain't starting. We're
I'll
going
start.
in
I'll
reverse.
start.
AJ, add me.
Reverse order. Okay. Bold prediction. Well, I feel like Michael Gallup, now you tell me if this is bold. 80 yards and a touchdown.
Sucks.
Not very bold.
Not
but
bold enough.
Not bold enough. Okay.
You're like that one dude we had on from the Buccaneers.
No. I knew it wasn't.
You still hate that guy, huh?
Well, his bold prediction was like 2 sacks.
Yeah. 2 sacks. And he hated that you compared
No,
Micah Parsons to LT.
Yeah, I'm going to add
it. I'm going to add a vape inhale in the middle of my answer.
I'm going to add more to this, but I think it's bold for this reason. Gallup has not shown up yet. In fact, last game he had 0 catches, 0 targets. So it's bold, but I agree it's not bold enough, and we like to get really bold here. So I'm going to tag it with a turpentine tutty.
There you go. That's bolder. Yeah, I like that.
It's got to be a combo. It's got to be the combo, not just.
Got to be a combo.
Yeah.
Now, is this this is not a receiving touchdown. This is just a general touchdown, right?
Yeah,
Like
I meant it as a special teams touchdown.
Can I have like 2 variations? I have 2 bold predictions.
Let me guess. Trevon Diggs interception touchdown.
No. So I have my bold prediction is we're going to see Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, and Turpin all get a touchdown.
Wow.
It's going to be just a smorgasbord of wideouts.
Yeah. That is.
I like that.
Is.
My alternate bold prediction is...
I think you got 3. I think 3 of those are very possible. The 4th one makes it bold.
The alternate bold prediction, which is just like a sub bold prediction, would be Hendershot, Fergalicious, Schultze all get tutties.
The trips. The triplets.
We'll allow it. Well, as a second.
The only reason I wanted to do a subreddit on that one is because Schultze, his fucking knees acting up and he could be possibly questionable. So,
but you got him so open, bro.
Yeah.
My bold prediction. I'm not even going to say a Cowboys player. I'm not even going to say anything about the Cowboys. I'm saying Justin Fields 4 interceptions. Justin Fields 4 interceptions against this team.
Make it a little bit bolder than that. How many sacks do you call in the 4? So 4 interceptions. How many sacks?
4 interceptions. That's not bold enough. How many times?
That's huge.
Okay.
Make it a mega bold.
4 interceptions, 6+ sacks.
Wow.
Whoa.
I said it.
I'm going to say I would allow either one of those to be a bold prediction, but the combo.
I'd be happy with either of those happening, to be honest.
The combo, if you win, you get me.
Nick, we say aggressive stuff because it's a bold prediction. It's not a NFL.com.
It has to be.
Get paid to say shit that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
We want to be able to say if it happens, like, holy shit, dude.
Well, we were at Alex's bold prediction last Thanksgiving, and for those of you who are looking at going to a game, Cowboys fan will be at the Thanksgiving game this year as well. The game before that, the
in Minnesota.
Game. So if you're going to be in Minnesota or if you're going to be at the Thanksgiving game versus the Giants, hit us up. We'll crack them we'll crack them and we'll bring them for you.
Nick, show up. I'll kiss you.
That's a bold prediction. Nick will not show up.
That's not bold. AJ will do it.
Oh, Nick saying, "Geez, put money on." Come on,
Nick. We put money every day into this damn thing. Okay,
exactly.
Put money on Nick, you idiot. It's called a bold prediction. We don't actually expect it to happen. If it does happen, we can then make
We're
a
not.
clip.
Yeah, we don't put money on bold predictions because we don't expect them to happen.
I think.
Or he's saying put money on Alex kissing him. I'll put money on that.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
I'll put
yeah,
that on.
yeah, me
That's a done deal.
No, I'm betting against myself.
The biggest thing I think out of all of our bold predictions, we only had Alex's when we were live at
Thanksgiving.
AT&T for Thanksgiving. We experienced Alex's bold prediction, so I'm expecting that to go a two-peat, a repeat.
Love it.
EJ, I call I don't even call them viewers or fans idiots. I don't actually think about what I'm saying. It just comes out. It just happens. He called AJ a girl. I have nothing to say sorry to him about.
But that's why EJ loves it. Look at it.
Hey, look.
Okay, let's call ourselves out here. We're tailing down here into a weird rabbit hole. I haven't eaten.
Yeah,
He's getting hangry. AJ's kissing dude. AJ's kissing his online stalker. TikTok.
We're in a weird rabbit hole right now.
we're in a down road spiral.
Downroad spiral.
Okay, so Sunday, 10 a.m. game. So that means 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be live an hour before the game, maybe 45 minutes before the game. We'll see how it is. We'll be cracking it early. Show up. Lines will be open. If you're brave enough, call in and chat with you boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, great pod this week, boys. Ants, go get some. What are you going to eat for dinner?
There's this little shithole of a pub, like 5-minute walk, called Rusty's. It's wing night there, so I'm gonna probably go get 2 pounds.
Wing Wednesday, go get it, kid.
Wing Wednesday, gonna go get some Wing Wednesday. Gonna have a couple pints.
Nice.
Make sure I have a nice head feeling for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, call us out, Anth.
Oh, I'll call. Okay, I thought Adam was doing it. For the bandwagon boys over there, looking sexy as hell as always. Me in like the first 10 minutes, just fumbling around, freezing. Eventually, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it from my phone." I don't know how good it sounded. I don't know how good it looked. But for the guys, like I said, we'll be going live on Sunday. Love you guys. And for your host, Best, we out. Anyone in chat, love you guys. Anyone on TikTok, love you guys. We'll be back on Sunday, bitches!